Let's have Jojo, Ross, Sarah, Stoddy, and Mike Klikos come up. All five of you, come on up together. And while you're coming up, I'll tell another story. So, if you're on Whitman varsity, you had to go to the JV games. And so the varsity guys, and you guys will all remember this well, the varsity guys at the JV games, it was sort of like, you got to hang out on the sideline and look cool, you know, watch your little brothers play and hang out, just chill, maybe throw a ball around or something. And I'll never forget this one game. There's a freshman running back, I think fumbled, he got pulled out of the game or something like that. And so he was sitting on the bench and, you know, he was very down, he had his head down. And while all the other guys were sort of just chilling on the sidelines and just sort of laughing and joking, I see Jamie over there, and Jamie was, let's say, a junior, I don't know. And Jamie's sort of squatting down, and he's got his head right down with this little JV kid, and he's got his hand on top of the kid's head, and they're sort of talking like this. Jamie's trying to coach him up before he was a coach. That was Jamie. Okay, so you guys are going to go. Klikos is going to go last. So you guys can pick, the other four can pick your order, but whoever wants to start, come on up. So these are most of Jamie's best Maryland friends, and these are all very, very special people. So introduce yourself. You guys all.
Hi guys. Hi guys. My name is Ross Kone. James and I met about 5.5 years ago when I started working at Shenanigans in DC. One of our mutual friends and one of his fraternity brothers, David Bond, was leaving. And David and I grew up together, so I took his place. And while David was out the door, he told me, he's like, I can see you and James becoming good friends. As much as I hate to admit it, David, you were absolutely right. It was about a year after I started working there that James told his family all about me. They're like, you gotta meet this guy, he's awesome. To me, I think that first impressions mean a lot. I don't know if you guys have ever been to a Werner brunch, but the food is awesome. And there are drinks to go along with that awesome food. James and I worked the night before at Shenanigans. It was New Year's Eve. We probably got home at 5:30 a.m. and got to his parents' house the next morning to start making breakfast. And just to say the least, the drinks got to me. I woke up the next day and I called him. I was like, what did I do? Like, I'm sorry. I don't think I can come back over to your parents' house again. And James is like, what do you mean, what'd you do? And I'm like, I made a fool of myself. He's like, oh, yeah, whatever. And I'm like, I was like, well, what did your parents think? He's like, they thought you were an interesting person. And that's the thing about James is I didn't make a good first impression. But James told me, he was like, I know that you're a great person. My parents will see it eventually. And I want to close this out with a quote from one of my favorite authors, Dr. Seuss, mostly because I have the reading comprehension of a 5-year-old. But the quote goes, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. Werners, thank you so much for bringing me into your life. And I know that one day James and I will share another smile again. Thank you for everyone for listening.